My name is Jessica Moreno, and I'm the Conservation Science Director with the Coalition for Sonoran Desert Protection. And I get to do the fun fieldwork job of managing volunteers and engaging the community and helping us monitor wildlife through wildlife cameras, wildlife tracks, and now revegetating the wildlife crossing structures. Well, we're here on the wildlife crossing structure that many people know about on Oracle Road because it's so visible. This is the Wildlife Bridge. It was constructed in 2016, so it's been here a little while, but it's been a long-term project. It took about 20 years of planning to get to the point of having this physical structure built. A little less known is a wildlife underpass a mile south of us. So we have an underpass that animals can use and an overpass that animals can use. And we're finding that animals prefer those different structures depending on what species they are. These wildlife crossing structures actually connect the landscape. What they're doing is they're literally bridging habitat from the Catalina Mountains in Catalina State Park on the east to the west side of the highway where we have the Tortolita Mountains and state lands to the west, and back and forth. And we're seeing animals that are being able now to use the structures to go back and forth, which is really, really nice to see. They travel daily and weekly on their little migration routes using the space and habitat, but they're also using it to disperse from one mountain range to the other, which is really cool to see too. So we're starting to see some more seasonal migratory habits occurring, especially with deer with that, and that's really fun to see too. After construction of this bridge in 2016, we saw an immediate increase in mule deer activity west of the highway in Big Wash and on state lands through our wildlife camera monitoring. So we were actually able to show not only are animals using the bridge, but we're seeing a lot more activity, and the deer are like, whoa, there's a whole new space to use. So that was really cool to be able to see that. And we're seeing a lot more use of the underpass by javelina, who like to get in those little tight spaces and squeeze through corners, and they like that a lot. The other species we're seeing a lot of is coyote, bobcat, and those four, mule deer, white-tailed deer, bobcat, coyote, and javelina are our most frequent visitors on the bridge. We get about 2,000 crossings every month on both structures. But we also see a lot of other fun things too. We've had a mountain lion, we've had white-nosed coati coming down from the Catalina Mountains and using the structures. We've seen skunks, we've seen raccoons, and even badgers and tortoise, desert tortoise. So there's a lot of different species using these structures. They were built for a wide variety of animals to use them. And part of the work that continues to go on with this is not just throwing the structure out there and hoping for the best, but continuing to monitor and continuing to make improvements so that it stays effective and useful for wildlife to use.